Hello everybody, Pyro here, and today I am doing a product review. I'm not usually doing my usual product review though. Usually my product reviews is either a mock or a LEGO review, but this is a bit something special. This is actually my first time playing or reviewing one of these, heck even buying one, but I am reviewing a K'NEX product. And the only reason why I'm buying this K'NEX product is because you've seen this, what it's based off of, in my YouTube review, in my YouTube gameplay, like other videos, and that is the new brand K'NEX Titanfall. And for my first product today from K'NEX is the IMC Atlas Titan. As you can see, this comes with a limited edition CR1 carbine. It is ages 8 and plus. There we have a little barcode which actually leads to the product page on the website, and this is 180 pieces. And now, as you can see on the box, we have a figure included, and that is the sniper holding the limited edition CR1 carbine. At least I believe it's the CR1 carbine. But the only problem is that it's wearing a sniper head instead of the usual one in the game. But as you can see, we have a Titanfall IMC Titan, and this is the Atlas Titan, the most basic Titan in the game. And here you have a little box showing that it's actually openable and you could put the pilot in it. And also here on the side, you might have seen this earlier, but we also have the Titanfall logo. And yeah, let's turn it around, or turn it up, see what we have inside. Here we have a little box saying K'NEX Titanfall with the little IMC logo and the picture of the Titan. And on the back here, sorry for the angling, but here, as you can see on the back, we got some features. One is that the chain gun actually shoots. There we have an actual size proportion of the figure. Here it shows that we can move the chair up and down so it can access the inside, or the top hatch. It shows that the arms are posable. Shows that it's 10 inches and 7 centimeters tall. Shows its flexibility of the leg. Here we have Respawn Entertainment and Facebook/Build K'NEX. And here we have the other products from K'NEX, at least from the Titanfall brand. Which here we can see the Militia Ogre, and which I will be reviewing that too, because I ordered this and the this and that set. And I'll be trying to buy those other two smaller sets that you see there in the corner. Those two. Alright. And now so retail price on this set is I believe $30 or $35. Luckily I was able to get it for $15 with the buy one get one half off sale at K'NEX.com they did since they came out. It just ended yesterday though, so yeah, you can't really do that anymore. But I'll still be buying some of the Titanfall K'NEX stuff. Anyways, enough of me talking. Let's get to the build. Alright, we are done with the build, and here is the final product. As you can see, looks very cool. Here's the minifigure, and here you see we have the blaster. And so first off, let's quickly look at the minifigure since there's only one. Here, as you can see, we have the IMC pilot. Let me see if I can focus on. But as you can see, for his mask, he has like a rag mask and then a breather along with, looks like, 5 little visor things, which are blue, and then also a little antenna popping off of it right here. And then along the chest area, you can see it looks like it has a number on it, 1108, I believe. And we also have a little belt. In here we have the arms, which have bendable joints and rotatable hands. The hands do come off easy though, so just be aware of that when you're playing. But luckily it goes back on easily. And then it could rotate 360 degrees around, and it does have a little flexibility outwards, but not much. Here we have the same type on this side. On the back here you can see we have the pilot's jetpack, which does come off, but there's no real point of taking it off because the box says the only reason to take it off is to put this hole inside the Titan cockpit, which is kind of pointless considering that there's a hole right here in which you can use for that. So as you can see, it's just a little peg there, peg and hole combination. That's how all it goes in. Here we have a little belt, which appears to have fallen off, but here I'll take it out. You see a little peg there, and then right here you see a little peg too. Here's a little closer look at the belt. Camo green, or dark camo green. Then there you can see the little rest of it. We can put that on there, which fits right into that slot. But the belt does still move around a bit. I think the sniper type figures are the only ones who actually have that feature, the belt. But as you can see, you can rotate it at the waist, which is a nice feature. Then also the arms and legs do move around. You can bend them at the knees and basically get them to go into some cool poses. There you can see his arm fell off. Just a problem I have, but they do pop back on. Just not as durable as a usual Lego minifigure. So let's actually quickly take a look at this gun. Alright. So this is exclusive to the set. The gun itself isn't exclusive, but its paint job is. As you can see, it has a good camo color, and it goes from the back to the barrel, and even in the magazine. Here you can take a little closer look. Here's the handle in which you can hold on to, the trigger area, the magazine holder, the back. Here it looks like the gun is equipped with the iron sights. And it's just a good black and gray IMC. It's a good IMC camouflage color for a gun. Then it's hard to clip on, so the best way to put it on is to just slide it in through the hand, which is a bit annoying. And since it's made of rubber, it's harder to get it in, which is why Lego's still a bit more durable than this. But it is taller than a usual Lego minifigure, and it does have more articulation in the arms and legs than a Lego minifigure. Like, let's take this guy. Here we can see they're already bent, just straight. He does have holes at the bottom, but this does not fit on Lego or Mega Block studs, which is a bit disappointing. So I can't make like a Lego background. Here you can see he has a mag thing in the back, but if you take that off, there's no real back printing, and there's a big hole in his back where he does not have one. Instead, he just uses the stuff at the neck. So Lego is a bit more resourceful for add-ons. Instead of this, they just drill a hole in his back. But they do have some nice printing. The printing does look like a sticker though. It's not a sticker, but it looks like one, which I don't really like. So you can see that light shine from the lamp is shining off that, but nothing else. But yeah, it's a cool figure and a really cool gun. Anyways, moving on. Let's move on to the main feature, the Atlas Titan. During the build, you saw me took the legs off while I was building the cockpit, the upper body area. That was only because that way you can see the both sides, because as you can see, when I'm laying down for building, like building things, you can't see the whole thing, only until the waist. Now, first off, let's just do a quick overview of him, a quick little 360 spin. So he is apparently 10 inches and 7 centimeters tall. I have not checked that out myself, but I'm just going to take their word for it. As you can see, he does have a bit of a problem with standing up as I'm just turning it, but you can change that at the ball joints, at the legs. You can see now he's a bit more sturdy and standing up. This set does have about, I believe, 27 stickers, which is listed A through Z. You can see we have some nice detail around the back, especially the cockpit area. Here we can see the back of the legs and logo IMC on the back there. Here we have a little jet thruster, which during the build you might have saw fall off a lot. A nice little side view of it. And there we are. And now, let's quickly go through, well, first off I want to quickly show you the instruction booklet. As you can see, the instruction booklet is a lot thinner than the Lego instruction booklets, than some of the Lego instruction booklets I've seen, especially considering the set size. There we got the barcode, and first, let's quickly list off some differences which I have a problem with in the box, and I'm not sure whether it is just for mine or if it's for all of them, but here we can see on his pilot that there's a little ring there, like a little black line there that's going off the cockpit area. Mine does not have that. And also there in the ammo bags on the side connected to it, the ammo parts are green, but neither of mine have, or are gray, but neither of mine have that. They're just all green. So those are some problems I have. False advertising of the product, at least printing wise. And other problems I have with it. As you can see, his leg is going in a weird direction, which you can fix, but annoying. So some problems I have with this: the legs have little articulation. They have some, also these parts fall off a lot. When it comes to this, it's not very sturdy. The parts that fall off the most are these two flaps, this flap, and the entire arms. Those are the things that fall off the most, which is a bit annoying. In fact, you'll probably see them fall off a few times while I'm reviewing this, but as you can see, it's just a little connector piece that just slides right onto there. This one doesn't fall off though, considering it has a bigger clip thing to latch onto, and the clips are just sturdier. There, as you can see, he just fell over, or almost did. Titanfall. My Titanfall. But anyways, in the legs, as you can see, we have some nice structure right here. And this, below this part, it's pretty much fine, except these ball joints that are underneath these armor pieces are kind of move on their own sometimes when he's standing. And also these things provide little standing part. Basically, it's just a bit skinny, and that tends to make its legs fall over a lot, like it did like that on its own. But here you can see we have some stickers. Most of the printing you see in this set is stickers. We have the sticker here, sticker here, sticker here, sticker here, sticker here. Same on here. Then on here we have a sticker here and a sticker on the back of this for both sides. We have a sticker here, sticker here, sticker here. Let's see. This cockpit area right here, sticker here, and here. Then we have more stickers right here and there on both sides, as you can see. And even on the gun itself, we have some stickers. But I'll show you that later. But anyways, on the legs, as you can see, we have little joints right here in which they do bend, but not that much. Let's see how many clicks we get for turning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So let's check that again. So there's one setting, one setting, 2 setting, and now I'm just getting 2 settings. So the leg, alright, there's 2. But, yep, see, that part just fell off. But as you can see, heck, now it's, and that fell off. And now it's harder for it to stand, so just its legs. Also, it cannot move outwards, only forward and backwards. It can't move outwards. This part can move back and forth a little bit, but that's just because of flimsy structure, because it's only connected by one piece. So that's just that's just it being very flimsy. And then that's the same on the other side. In fact, you can see that just, and it's harder, and it's very hard for it to stand if the legs are not bent in the same position. And then here on the joints we have some more bendable parts right here and here, which aren't as much. And then we also have the legs, which I already told you about. Moving upwards to the waist, the annoying part about the waist is that it cannot rotate. It always looks forward. You cannot rotate the cockpit. Watch what happens when I try to rotate it. It cannot rotate, which is annoying considering that he rotates a lot in the game. And then here, let's quickly we're actually going to quickly show you the gun, since I'm going to take that off anyways. It's a bit tricky to take off. And there you can see his legs are in a bad position again because it's so flimsy. Here we have the gun. Here's the sticker I told you about. Here we have 2014 respawn made in China. Here we have some areas in which you could hold on to here or here, like this or like this. It's a bit hard though. Here we have a little aim sight which he never uses. And then here we have a little button in which does fire. The good thing about this is that it's not a strong fire. It doesn't fire that hard, so it won't knock it over. But it does have enough power to, let's say, knock over a Lego minifigure, and most likely a K'NEX minifigure. Let's quickly test that. Oh, as you can see when it hit it, it just left it in there. But in case you lose this one, you do get 2 more. So you get a total of 3 of it, and this is based off of the chain gun from the game. Alright. Let's move on to the arms. The arms are cool, but most likely the worst part about this set. So here, let's say I'm moving it around, playing with it. This side, look, it's rotating, but the ball joint is not rotating. Then, if you move forward, backwards, as you can see, it's that ammo bag right there, which is limited rotation, or its positioning, and you can't go downwards. And when you go downwards, it hits that, so it has a little bit. There you can see its arm is rotating a lot. That's fine. That's fine though. And here we have some of the more joints in which you can position that. This side is better than this side though, because when you try to rotate it, it rotates like that, which is actually it unhinging the piece from the core. You can put that back on there, but whenever you're trying to play, it always comes off, which is very annoying. As you can see, I'm trying to just show you it, and it keeps rotating. So you gotta put your thumb there to hold it down. Here we got some more ball joints, and also right here in the hand can rotate, and its thumbs and hand can close. Here we got 3 fingers and then the thumb, in which, as you can see, it just rotates like that, in which you could hold the gun either like this, which is not a very good idea considering it fall out easily, or like this, which I had it during his posing. Thumb goes in there, and there you have a little more stability when holding it, and you could actually aim and fire it. But you can't aim it up too high, or else the bad joints will basically make the arm fall from the weight. There you can see my Titan was tipping over a bit there. But it does have, I gotta admit, it does have some nice armor pieces. Up here, this is luckily printed. Here we have here, this stuff is printed except for that, and that. But here we got some vents and armoring plates. Here we got the upper cockpit area and a little camera thing. Here we have the other camera thing that is printed, which is a bit annoying. Then when you turn that around, as you can see when I turn it around, his leg just went crazy. It just went in a different direction. Here we got a little stairway, the peg, and a little thruster pack which falls off a lot due to improper structuring. Here we also have some more armor pieces which just slide in and out. Those are actually quite stable. They actually stay in while you're playing, along with that. These sometimes fall off. Those were falling off a little bit when I was playing with it, moving around a lot. In fact, you kind of see they're already falling off. And this part does not fall off, luckily. This part's quite stable. You can rotate it a little bit, give it some playability features. There you can see the stickers that were on the back of the legs, along with the other armor, the rest of the armor. And you also have a better look at the joints, how they're just connected by that little piece, which is why they're so flimsy. And then up here on the arms, you can see the stickers there, and also how it's connected. And actually, while you're playing with it a lot, these arms will just unclick off. It'll just pop off like that. And also, if you actually follow the instructions and put it here, I'll put it down. So usually, like, instructions tell you to do that. But when you do that, it gives him even less mobility with his arms. Or if you rotate it sideways like that and connect it, then he does have some more flexibility with his arms. Alright. Well, and he's falling over again. Not surprising. Alright, so up here, let's get to the main part. The pilot. Actually putting the pilot in. So in order to put it in, also there's a sticker right there. That little great piece is a sticker. But here we got a little stepping area in which if you push that down, there as you can see the arm popped off and he's falling over due to flimsy construction. So let's just put that back on. And so, as you can see, that bottom part went open, and this opens up. And then there you can see a little bit. I'll try to put a light in there. There, you can see some of the. There you can see the cockpit area and the little peg which the pilot can connect to. Alright. Here, and then also if you're trying to make the Titan sit down, this is the best you'll get to. You can't actually pose it in the position in which he actually lands in the game. But anyways, up here you have there's a few different ways you can connect him in. First off, you gotta take off the gun, because that will mess some of the connecting stuff. But here, you can see we have some little pegs in which the Titan can connect, or which the pilot can connect to. Sorry, you can't see it, but I'm using the iPad and I cannot hold that up while using both my hands to put him in. It's a bit hard to actually connect him to the pegs, but it's pretty hard to actually connect him to the pegs, and once he's on there he actually falls off quite easily. So I would not recommend putting him on these pegs, and plus it also messes with the door system. Right there. As you can see, I got him on there at the expense of making the Titan fall over. Start to fall over. And then to put him in, all you gotta do is bend him down, and he just fell off like that. So I'm just not going to show you, but you would bend him down like this and then fold it in. But then when you pull it out, he would fall off the pegs and all that stuff. So that's not a recommended way of doing it. For the next way, I do recommend, you can just instead keep him standing up, and then, I'm just going to take off this bottom half, since this part isn't really useless, that way you can see it. Here. Give me a second. Here, I'm going to pause it, and then I'm going to take off the legs, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, I am back, and here's a little closer at the jet thing. That fell off while I was taking the legs off, so I'm just going to leave it off. Another part I had to leave off in this review because of its unsturdiness. But in the cockpit, as you can see, we have a little peg in there, which if you take the pilot, the box says you should take off the jetpack, but you don't need to because there's already a peg on the jetpack, in which there you just put in there, and while you're doing that, he could get stuck. And actually, it's actually recommend. The box says you should do that, and I do recommend that. But there you can just push him onto the peg. There he is. Then you can put his legs down. That way you can stand up, and you can close that cockpit area and then open it up fine later. That's the recommended way of doing it. And then on the red, and then on the back, as you can see, we have a little red, don't know what to call it, but little peg thing there. If you push that up, as you can see, the pilot goes a little peekaboo, and that's how you basically open it. You can also open it up by that, but there's no real peg inside. The best way to do that is to put a pilot in there and lift it up. Then you can say peekaboo. Then you can lift that up and then take that pilot out. It's a bit hard to do. In fact, he just fell down. Also, if the pilot is out of the seat and you lift it up, as you can see, it's all the way up and it's not opened yet. So if you open that up, there's the pilot. You can take him out, close it up, and yeah. So here, let me pause it while I get all of his stuff that fell off back on. Alright, so I put him back together and put him in the best pose I can of him actually shooting. Here I'm going to quickly show the shooting feature one more time. And that's pretty good. So then you can just easily reload that. And yeah. Alright, so time for me to give my final opinion about this set. I had such high expectations for this, considering how it's a great game, and I've heard that K'NEX is very good at making good products. And to be honest, this is a terrible first impression. It's flimsy, the structure is horrible, pieces fall off whenever you're trying to play with it, and even when you can't even pose it without something falling off. Because most pieces fall off, there's no pieces to actually scavenge from it, there's little actual core pieces that you build. Like, when I say core pieces, I mean like pieces like here and here, not actually these armor pieces. These armor pieces are mainly only going to be made during this one. Here we have the 2 extra bullets. The pilot's hands come off really easily, and yeah. So if you're buying the set to play with it, if you're going to buy either this or the Militia Ogre, I would say wait until I actually review the Militia Ogre. I have not built that yet, nor reviewed it. So I'm not sure whether that'll be better, worse, or just as disappointing as this is. But hopefully it's better. But anyways, it's hard for him to hold his gun. It's hard for him to actually pose it. So if you're buying this to play, I would give this 2 to 2.5 stars. If you're buying this to collect and pose, 2.5 to 3 stars. And if you're buying this set for the pieces, unless you just want the core, just 1 out of 5. All that stuff